Reinhardt, a decorated German soldier and part of the Crusaders, was one of the key members of the Overwatch strike team that put an end to the Omnic crisis. Having served well into the later years of his life, he was forced into mandatory retirement. However, with the world again falling into disorder, he has donned his armour and is fighting on the front lines once more. Reinhardt's primary attack is his rocket hammer, which he swings around himself in an arc to deal damage to all enemies within the radius. The barrier field is a heavy-duty defensive barrier that soaks up extreme amounts of damage before being destroyed. This is a key tool to getting things going with Reinhardt, so be careful not to waste it unnecessarily. Activating Charge makes Reinhardt charge forward with limited ability to steer himself, pinning the first enemy he collides with and then knocking away any further enemies hit. Should the pinned target be knocked into a wall, the impact will deal severe damage to them. Fire Strike unleashes a fiery projectile, dealing damage to enemies it comes into contact with. This ability also pierces through enemies, which makes it great if enemy opponents are grouping together. His ultimate, Earth Shatter, slams his rocket hammer into the ground, knocking down all enemies in its radius. This is a definitive ability for causing chaos. If you knock down the right opponents, this ability alone can spell disaster for an enemy team. Pushing objectives is Reinhardt's bread and butter. He is an absolute monster attacking on payload maps, as his barrier field can shield the payload, causing issues for a team that aren't prepared to deal with it. With that said, he's useful anywhere you need to deal with a large group of enemies or anywhere you're contesting a capture point, which makes him good on practically every map. Reinhardt synergizes with a large amount of other playable heroes. Earth Shatter combined with the Zarya ultimate can instantly kill an entire team. If Reinhardt finds himself nano boosted by Ana, he becomes a terrifying destructive force and becomes incredibly hard to take down. In the chaos of a team fight, it can be sometimes hard to pick out key targets like healers or well-performing damage dealers. Using Earth Shatter in their general direction usually results in a knockdown, letting you easily move in to pick them off before they get back up. Good management of the barrier field is key. You can use it to protect important targets whilst defending, such as a Torbjorn turret or a turret-formed Bastion. Huge game-changing ultimates like Divas and Zaryas can be completely nullified should your barrier field have enough charge left in it. Reinhardt is the backbone to any push. Playing well as Reinhardt can be the difference between winning and losing, so be brave, keep that barrier up, and we'll see you on the next episode of Take a Look.